GregTech is a very complex Minecraft mod that involves electricity, chemistry, and engineering. Sometimes it requires thousands of hours to complete. GregTech has existed for over 10 years since its release in 2012, and millions of people have played it. In this video, we will explore all the types of GregTech players that exist. After watching the video, tell me which one you are in the comments. The engineer has been playing GregTech for over 5 years or so. He's at least 20 years old, and he has a real engineering job in real life. Electrical engineering, system engineering, you name it. He loves factories so much that he works with them in real life and in games too. He doesn't care about the community or the Discord servers. He just comes home every day to play his favorite version of Greg. Most engineers play GregTech New Horizons, and they've been on the same world for several years. They don't care how long it takes. They just like building and optimizing stuff. Their base is really neat so that anyone can figure out what machine does what. There is a very important distinction between GregTech players and Russian GregTech players. Pirated versions of GregTech are extremely popular in Russia. Most modded Minecraft players start out on GregTech there. The Russian engineer has been forged by the cold of the -50-degree winters of Siberia. He's been using his laptop to heat up his house by playing GTNH. Nearly all Russian players start out with GTNH. The footage you are seeing right now is from Milton Show, a very famous Russian GTNH YouTuber. This is episode 433 of his Let's Play series. The Russian engineers don't care about how difficult something is. They will just do it, even if it takes 3,000 hours. It's about the journey, not the destination. They often build weird setups. In this image, Raid Gamer built a setup with 400 low-tier machines instead of using one single high-tier machine, because it's cheaper. This led to the server crashing. The Survivalist does not care about the industrial aspect of GregTech. They like to play GregTech paired with mods like Terraformacraft, or stuff like that. Now it takes 100 hours to get to the first machine, and you have to deal with thirst, temperature, body weight, nutrition, and things like that. But somehow, the Survivalist, the statist, doesn't play GregTech. They only play on multiplayer events or servers. They treat GregTech SMPs like real life. They always talk about team politics, wars, and conflicts, but when you leave them to the factory, they don't know what to do. Most statists don't have social relations in real life, so they try to make it up in GregTech. They will know everything about the server you're on, the entire list of teams, the names of all players, and their relations. If you're playing with a statist, they will say that your team is literally like the Soviet Union, or like the Roman Empire, or like ancient Poland, because most statists play a game called Hearts of Iron 4. The Chemist works for a chemistry facility in real life. After reading an entire organic chemistry encyclopedia at the age of 2, the Chemist got incredibly fascinated with the subject, and when they saw GregTech, they fell in love. After playing GregTech once, and maybe getting to the mid or late tiers, they found out that you can add custom stuff to GregTech, so they decided to add everything they know to a custom mod pack. Now everything has a solution. Everything takes 45 steps just like in real life. I've seen this happen to multiple people, and it's not good to see. God forbid if you talk with them and you say that the game is too hard, they'll just tell you that aluminum isn't realistic, and you have to account for the fugacity while constructing reactions with your fixed bubble bed reactor. The architect loves infrastructure more than everything else. The architect's goal is to automate everything and also build cool stuff. The architect probably has several automated trains made with immersive railroading in his base, like the one in this clip. He spends hours and hours perfecting the design for his base and his custom setups. The optimizer loves math and statistics more than the game itself. Every section of their base is carefully documented via Google spreadsheet that calculates exactly how much energy is being produced per minute. The optimizer probably spent at least 3 weeks calculating if moving the power supply to benzene instead of steam is more efficient, and was extremely happy when they found out that there was a 4% increase in energy output. The beginner only started playing a few weeks ago. They might have started because of my YouTube videos, but they are not ready for the true GregTech experience yet. Their base might be really unorganized, and they'll mostly lose stuff in random chests scattered around everywhere. They probably have to restart multiple times before getting a really good run. The cat girls do not play any GregTech. They spend most of their life hanging around GregTech Discord servers for several hours a day. They haven't left their house in years. They always talk about how they're so silly or something like that. When it's time to actually play GregTech, though, they will do everything in their power to beat it, even playing for 15 hours a day. The veteran has been playing modded Minecraft since 2010. They remember the original GregTech Tinker's Construct War of 2013. They remember when you had to edit a file called meta.inf to install mods to Minecraft. They have seen everything everywhere. Sometimes they hang around in the GregTech New Horizons Discord server, telling newbies that waiting 96 minutes for an electric blast furnace is nothing, because they have reached the end game and they have to wait over 100 hours for new items to come out of their gigafactory. The Redditor found out about GregTech from my videos. They always post unfunny comments about how greggy things are. They somehow still like Among Us in 2023, and they have never actually played GregTech, but only watched videos about it. Anyways, which one of these 11 types are you? Tell me in the comments, and see you in the next video.